Hello everyone, this is Carla from Art with Katie. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today for another video. This time we'll plan the month of February. For the first time in a long time, I'm very proud to say that I'm ready to prepare a new month because February is so special to me. I think I've told you that I was married in the month of February, exactly on the 14th. Yes, I know, I don't know, for some people romantic, for some people corny. For me, it just happened to happen on the 14th of February, and I am happy because I've been married happily for a long time. And not just for me, but for a lot of people, this is a very special month. This is a month in which we immediately think of friendship and of love. So of course, things like hearts and pink and candy comes to mind. But for a lot of people, it is just another month. For all of us, it is a month that we want to plan and be productive and be very efficient. And well, that is why we follow the bullet journal method, because we want to increase our productivity, and especially because we want to keep track of all the wonderful things that happen to us throughout the month. Remember that here in Art with Katie, I want to share with you everything that I know about bullet journaling, productivity, and of course, planning. And I mix it up a little bit with materials and of course, art, because I love art. For those of you that think that this plan is going to be super sweet, that even your tooth's going to hurt, do not worry. I'm romantic, but I'm not going to go all the way to hearts and flowers for the month of February, although there's going to be some flowers. Because what I did is that I wanted to use Monet, the Impressionist, as my topic for January. But then when I was going through it in my head about thinking layouts and whatnot, I thought the theme will be much better suited for February. Why? Because it is so romantic. I don't know if you had the opportunity to see some of Monet's artwork, and they're stunning. They're just so impressive. I remember the first time that I saw one, I was like, I want to paint like that when I grow up. And I didn't get to paint like that, but I'm gonna try to reproduce as much as I can in my bullet journal, because I'm gonna use Impressionist art or Monet's art as my inspiration for the theme in February. So hopefully with this theme, I'm gonna be able to find some balance for those that love hearts and flowers and those that really want to do something special but more artistic. It's gonna be super romantic, and I know you're gonna love it. If you're liking my content, please give me a like. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. And if you subscribe, it'll mean the world to me. And of course, I'm around in social media, so you can find me in Facebook, Instagram, and I have a Pinterest board with everything that inspires me to do these, layouts that I create for you. In my channel, you're gonna find several playlists, and one is completely dedicated to bullet journal themes. Because maybe Impressionism is not your cup of tea, and you're gonna have many other art movements such as Op Art and Art Nouveau. And even you're gonna find something by Salvador Dali. Last February, I did my whole theme based on his art, and it is absolutely amazing. I love his crazy. So now that you know everything there is to know about my channel, let's get started. Get your markers, your pencils, some paper, some washi tape. And if you're here just to look and have some fun while watching, have something to drink, something to drink, and let's just, start planning. I'll see you at the end of the video.
Claude Monet was a French painter and founder of Impressionist painting, who is seen as a key precursor to modernism. He was the most consistent and prolific practitioner of the movement's philosophy of expressing one's perceptions before nature, especially as applied to plein air, landscape painting. The term Impressionism is derived from the title of his painting, Impressions Soleil Levant, or Impressions Sunrise. Monet was raised in Le Havre, Normandy, and became interested in the outdoors and drawing from an early age. He was very close to his mother, but she died when he was 16 years old, and he was sent to live with his childless, widowed, but wealthy aunt. He went on to study at the Académie Suisse and under the academic history of painter Charles Leclerc, since Monet was disillusioned with the traditional art taught at universities. There he met Pierre-Auguste Renoir, Frédéric Basile, and Alfred Sisley. Together, they shared new approaches to art, painting the effects of light with broken color and rapid brushstrokes. His early works included landscapes, seascapes, and portraits. A key early influence was Eugène Bouton, who introduced him to the concept of plein air painting. All of this combined was what later came to be known as Impressionism. Later on, Monet lived in Giverny, also in northern France, where he purchased a house and property and began a vast landscaping project, including a water lily pond. His pursuit of using the French countryside for his studies and inspiration led to a method of painting the same scene many times as to capture the changing of light and passing of the seasons. Amongst the best-known examples are his series of haystacks, paintings of Rouen Cathedral, and the paintings of water lilies in his garden in Giverny that occupied him continuously for the last 20 years of his life. His fame and popularity soared in the second half of the 20th century when he became one of the world's most famous painters and a source of inspiration for many artists. When Monet traveled to Paris to visit the Louvre, he witnessed painters copying the same old masters. Monet, having brought his paintings and other tools with him, would instead go and sit by the window and paint what he saw. Monet was in Paris for several years and met several painters who would become friends and fellow Impressionists. One of those friends was Edouard Manet. Monet's wife, Camille, was featured in many of his works. She was the model of The Woman in the Green Dress, The Woman in the Garden, as well as for On the Bank of the Seine. Even in her deathbed, he painted her. At the age of 32, Madame Monet died of tuberculosis, leaving him and their 2 children behind. After several difficult months following the death of Camille, a grief-stricken Monet, who decided never to be poor again, began in earnest to create some of his best paintings in the 19th century. During the early 1880s, Monet painted several groups of landscapes and seascapes in what he considered to be campaigns to document the French countryside. His extensive campaigns evolved into his series paintings. This is a great example of how determination and consistency will help us achieve almost everything. Although he wasn't alone for long, Monet moved into the home of a friend, a wealthy department store owner who was a big patron of the arts. Both of their families shared a house during the summer. Unfortunately, his friend became bankrupt and left. For some reason, his wife, Alice, and 6 children didn't go with him. Alice helped Monet raise his 2 sons by taking them to Paris to live alongside her own. Eventually, Monet, his children, Alice, and her children reunited. They moved around for a little while until they found a home in Giverny, where he planted a large garden where he painted for much of the rest of his life. And if you were thinking that Monet and Alice were romantically involved, you would be right. They married after the death of her estranged husband. Their house was close enough to the local schools for the children to attend, and the surrounding landscape offered an endless array of suitable motifs for Monet's work. and Monet's fortunes began to change for the best, as his dealer had increasing success in selling his paintings. Throughout the end of his life, Monet's worked on series paintings in which a subject was depicted in varying light and weather conditions. His first series exhibited as such was of haystacks, painted from different points of view and at different times of the day. He later produced several series of paintings including Rouen Cathedral, Poplars, the Houses of Parliament, Mornings on the Seine, and the water lilies that were painted on his property at Giverny. The water lilies being my particular favorite, and hence the reason they're the main piece of my cover. As he got older, Monet began to develop cataracts, for which he underwent 2 operations. The paintings done while the cataracts affected his vision have a general reddish tone, which is characteristic of the vision of cataract victims. This may have had an effect on the colors he perceived. After his operations, he even repainted some of these paintings with bluer water lilies than before the operation. Monet died of lung cancer at the age of 86, and is buried in the Giverny Church Cemetery. His house and garden, along with the Museum of Impressionism, are the main attractions of the city, which hosts tourists from all over the world.
Thank you for staying till the end of the video. I hope you love this theme as much as I did. I honestly didn't think that I was gonna like it so much because I have this idea in my head that I wanted to reproduce every single piece that I love of him, but that, well, it's almost close to impossible for me to do. I don't have his talent, and well, my notebook cannot handle that much ink in its pages, but I had a lot of fun and I think it looks stunning. And what's better is that anyone can reproduce it, because you can just go to Pinterest, look for those beautiful images of his artwork, and then just print them and use them as stickers in your notebook. Using all these materials like colored paper, markers, of course stickers and washi is a perfect way to decorate your bullet journal regardless if you're artisty or not. And also it's very time saving because you don't have to color every single inch of the page. Although you're gonna see that I'm gonna be using my markers a lot as well. That's what they're for. So make sure to tune in soon because I'm gonna be sharing another video with you of how I finish my weekly spreads for the month. Let's do a last quick flip through before I let you go. As I was telling you, I really like this month. The cover, I'm not that crazy. I think I might need a little bit more color markers or something. Although I think the idea that I have of the bridge was pretty good in the execution. Although the habit tracker page, the memories page, I just love. I think they came out lovely and I'm gonna enjoy using them a lot. Also, I haven't finished on the 1,000 Things That I'm Thankful challenge, but I wanted to include the thankful page on this month, just in case I finish before the month starts. The quote that I use next to it is just lovely and I have to apply it a lot because I really love to be creative and I want to be even more creative now, not only here in my bullet journal, but art-wise in general. The photo memories, I just loved how it came out as well. And the first split spread of the month, it's lovely in its simplicity. So how do you like it? Let me know in the comments below. You know that I always appreciate your comments. I love knowing what you like, what didn't like so much, and I would also really appreciate if you let me know what else you would like me to share with you in this channel. Maybe there's something specific that you would like to learn about bullet journal, or maybe something regarding materials or painting techniques. You know, leave me a comment and I'll make sure to make it happen. Thanks for joining me today in the planning of one more month. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and to come every week when I have new videos for you. And that's all for today. Have a lovely day, an amazing week, a wonderful month, and I'll see you soon. Keep creative, keep safe, and always be kind. Bye!
Please like and share my video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you next time!